Hey guys, today I'm going to discuss a really important part of detoxing and a part of becoming a clearer version of yourself, which are emotions and emotional conscious clearing. A lot of the stuff that we've been seeing, on the internet about raw diets can become about aesthetics and appealing to our eye, and it looks really great and fruit's really great and all the things, but we really need to start talking about the hard parts of what's going on emotionally when we start to clear ourselves. So, for example, right now, what I'm doing is a fantastic tool to center yourself at any time. Like, go outside, sit in the grass with your bare feet and your hands, lay down, look at trees, look at the natural rhythms of the earth, and let it remind you how simple everything is. When you're feeling anxious or depressed, go outside and let the earth take that from you. She wants to take that for you. A big part of my journey specifically was I was feeling depressed since I had been maybe 15, 16. My mother also has it. I know it's genetic, but I would like to say it's mostly influenced by society, expectations, standards of what kind of people we're supposed to be, and how much pressure we get to know everything about what we want to do for the rest of our lives and to fit in. So when I eat really clean, what comes up is that depression, that anxiety, that pressure. And at times, I will have days where I am so stuck in that cycle that I would think that it was coming back. But now that I have been doing it for over a year, I'm able to see that it's just coming up to be cleared. It's not something to attach to. Attaching to it is where it gets dangerous, because we can trick ourselves into thinking that we're going into a pattern that we used to have, and we can get really upset that we're going backwards. You don't go backwards on your healing journey. You just let things come up and you see it for what it is, and you acknowledge, this is an emotion, this is a vibration moving through me, this is sadness right now. It doesn't mean I am depressed. It means this is sadness. This is something passing through. This is something coming out of my cells. This is trauma. This is memories. This is previous roles and people and personas that I thought I was coming up to be seen and let go. Even more recently, a lot of things that I've been going through, I can get really down. I can get sad. And I just have been moving through it and being gentle on myself. I let myself sleep in instead of going to the gym if I need to. I just talk to myself really nicely. I treat myself how your best friend would talk to you. That's how you need to talk to yourself during this process. Soothing, calming, believing in yourself. And also kind of a little bit of discipline, but not too harsh. But one day here in Colorado, I was feeling really sad. And it was easy to get trapped in that feeling. I was downstairs in the basement just crying it out. And I had no idea why, and it felt really rough. And I really, even thoughts of wanting to die came up, to be completely honest. Even though I know that my life is great and that's not anything that I feel right now, it needed to come up. And I was very concerned about where these thoughts were coming from. And then I have a lot of mucus in my body right now. That's one of the my major things that I'm clearing. And I coughed up a lot of mucus, and the thoughts went away like that. I literally coughed that depression out of me. And to me, that shows you how deeply this is ingrained in the physical body, these emotions and these stories in our cells. Mucus represents stagnation, coagulation. It's things going from fluid to harder and harder and harder, and getting stuck in the body and getting stuck in your lungs and congesting your life and slowing it down. And being able to get that out actually was a block in my emotions. I got out a block in my journey to becoming a clearer version of myself and feeling vital. I had to let that stuff come up. So there's going to be days when it's going to be really hard. I'm not going to sit here and tell you that every day is going to be a rainbow day and you're going to feel really good because fruit. Some days you're going to wake up and fruit's going to make you feel like you're dying because all of the symptoms that you've had since you were 13 are starting to come up, and you forgot what it was like to have acne like a teenager, and you forgot what it was like to have eczema in your side of your elbows and the back of your knees, and painful cysts on your back, or urination that is burning, just random things, adrenal fatigue. Some days you're going to wake up and you're going to feel like you didn't wake up. And that's just part of the process. We have to know that to get rid of something, we have to give it space to come clear. How else are we going to heal if we're not letting things come up and out and loving them as they are and like letting them go. We can't judge ourselves. We can't get trapped in the idea of like, oh, I'm tired today, this isn't working. I'm tired today, something's wrong. It's just cycles. We have cycles like nature, like some days it's sunny, some days it's rainy. We just have to acknowledge that and honor those cycles and know when we need to rest and know when there's time to move. Know when there's time to be playful. Know when there's time to really buckle down on yourself and say, okay, I have been avoiding healing in this way because XYZ. Like, no more excuses, but being gentle with yourself the entire way, because otherwise it's going to be miserable. So there's a delicate balance, and I'm here to talk with you guys through that. Anxiety is with your adrenal glands. Your adrenal glands are down. Anger, your liver is inflamed. Your lungs are associated with sadness. A lot of us have been smoking to deal with the sadness, and then it keeps going, so it's really funny. We're exacerbating the issue. Same with our adrenal glands. If we're tired every day and we're drinking caffeine, we're just pushing it off. If you stimulate, you innervate. You make them upset. You're basically making something work every day when it needs to take a rest, it needs a break. So I'm going to be here with you guys to move through all of the emotional states and giving you tools. One of them that I'm doing right now is the best tool that you can have is to get outside. Go outside. Spend time with friends. Spend time in silence. Breathe. Diaphragmatic from your belly breathing. A lot of our issues stem from improper posture and not breathing properly. So don't give up. Know that it's all part of the journey. It's all a beautiful part of the journey. These things are coming up so you can see them clearly and remove cycles and liberate yourself from patterns and programming that has been pressed into you from your neighbors, from your family, from your schooling system, from ads. And just know that when you take the time to be honest and get clear, it is such a worthy journey. It is the only way to alleviate all of these things that you've been feeling your entire life. Your mental and emotional body and your physical body are one. Take care of yourselves.